Okay, today's date is the 7th of January 2019. The time now is 12:11 hours. My name is I am a public servant working with the RCMP. My job here, my duties are to investigate public complaints. The following allegations concerning a traffic stop on the 10th of September. The allegations are mishandling of property for towing and impounding her vehicle without lawful proof required to do so, and the fuel vehicle was stolen. Neglect of duty for improperly issuing her violation tickets and improper attitude. With me today is Jen, or J-E-N-N, Alston, brackets, All-Star, A-L-L-S-T-A-R. So what I would like to do here today is to just talk to you and get you to tell me your story, exactly what happened, and what your concerns are.
I recorded the whole incident. They asked me for my license and stuff, and so I told him that I was going to give him some documentation that explains my interpretation of the law, a notice and declaration of right to travel. Why do I think I have the right to use a car without the license and registering it and insuring it? Right, okay. I know that the law you show, it says in the Highway Traffic Act, no person shall travel on the highway without registration, license, and insurance. And I challenge that word person. It doesn't say nobody shall. And the Constitution says everyone. I challenged it. I said, we all have the right to remain free from unreasonable seizures and searches. So, I brought this up. At what point does a human person in a vehicle lose her guaranteed rights and freedoms? Is it standard practice for RCMP employees to be aware of the Canadian Bill of Rights and the Constitution Act of Canada? Section 2 says no law shall be construed as to authorize the infringement of these rights. So I'm claiming that, I have these rights still, right now while I'm in this vehicle and it's my private property. So I ask him, what is your proof that this vehicle I'm in right now is a class or type of motor vehicle that requires being registered? When a free people with civil rights gets hired by Canada, they have special duties and obligations. They are the legal person, and they are bound by the Highway Traffic Act. That's the person who has to have a registered vehicle and be insured and have this license thing. Being paid to drive is the privilege. Traveling from A to B, driving from A to B is our right. That's my claim.
Is there anything else you can think of, Jen?
Yeah, Section 52 of the Constitution Act of Canada says that the Constitution is the supreme law of Canada, and any law that is inconsistent with the Constitution is, to the extent of the inconsistency, of no force or effect. I honestly believe that the Highway Traffic Act is of no force or effect in this case. There is a case, an interesting case from 1984, R versus Patterson, Supreme Court landmark case where the ruling tightened the leniency given to police officers where civil rights and the common law are concerned. Not going to give them benefit of the doubt as much anymore and say they're in good faith. When in doubt, respect the civil rights and common law. It was actually the ruling back in 1984. So,
I'm trying to recall when Charter came in. Was that 83?
82.
82.
And coincidentally, that is the year that Super Gen All-Star came into this world. No coincidence that the Constitution Act of Canada has my number on it.
Which is?
1982.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Got it.
I don't know, it's a lot of information.
Birth, right? Got it. How would you describe yourself then?
Well, most simply, I am love. I'm quite radical. But I define radical as kind of like how math does, root. The radical is the root of it. And that's how I got to this situation. I investigated the root. Yeah.